2022 Nissan Armada Platinum. In the United States, Nissan Armada has always been a big, if not great, company. Regardless of its size, it always appears to be inferior to the in-house car makers. But abroad, especially in the Middle East, these are big sellers. Known in other markets as the Nissan Patrol, it has been fully modernized for 2022. Will this witness the April 2022 fleet that we will have in the United States? Let's take a look at the changes and explore this possibility further. 2022 Nissan Armada Update. Nissan's second-generation fleet was launched in 2016 as the 2017 model, and is close to celebrating its third year on the market, which can only mean one thing: it's time to recover in the middle of the cycle. Nissan is not ready to showcase its recently updated 2022 fleet, but a full-size SUV has been released by a car consultant in Saudi Arabia via a Facebook post. Well, technically, the image reveals a modified version of the Nissan Patrol, but this is the SUV that serves as the basis for the fleet here in the United States. Po Tai 2, Po Utah 2. The 2022 fleet photos show the SUV with a revised exterior and what appears to be a much-needed technical fix. The 2022 Nissan Armada front end of the body-mounted SUV features updated headlights that mimic the look of a Chevrolet Tahoe. The fleet grille is also larger and is integrated into the front bumper in a new look. At the rear lights for the fleet and the lower bumper have been redesigned, and now a chrome strip extends the width of the vehicle. Inside, most Armada's dashboard designs will be carried over, but there will be important updates for infotainment and entertainment. At first glance, the new Armada could utilize the two-screen infotainment system common in Nissan's Infiniti products. This would be a welcome upgrade, given that the technology is not a solid fleet type at the moment. The transmission system should not change the 2022 fleet. This means that we can expect the 395.6-liter V8 HP mated to a 7-speed automatic transmission. 2022 Nissan Armada redesign. In September, Nissan released a new version of the Patrol, shown here, also known as the US Navy. This full-size version of the SUV is planned for the 2022 Nissan Armada model and will be launched in the Middle East in the same month. We didn't know the Y62 Patrol was going to be the giant swan song. According to Cars Ales Australia, Nissan's head of design, Alfonso Albaisa, confirmed that the Japanese company's design team has begun work on several high-quality Nissan cars. One of them is the Nissan Patrol. However, Albaisa has not set a date for the launch of the next-generation Patrol. But since the Albis team is still in the early stages of development, it may take 2 to 3 years before we see one, more, in the metal. The Nissan Patrol/fleet is currently reaching its 10th year in 2022, with the first version rolling out in 2010. However, 2022 Nissan Armada has put a lot of work into the recent update, giving the SUV more premium features, technology, and aesthetic improvements. We are still fascinated by the upholstered seats. As such, future generations are expected to be on par with the latest Y62 Patrol in design and technology implementation, if not better. They also mentioned in their report that the next Patrol will be developed with the upcoming Mitsubishi Pajero. But again, let's take it all with a grain of salt. 2022 Nissan Armada exterior. Most noticeable is the new front, which has a sharper and clearer appearance. This is something that represents a reinterpretation of the Nissan V-Motion, especially with the giant chrome V covering the trapezoidal grille. The headlights take on a major departure pattern, now with a separate design partly similar to what we see on other Nissan cars. The lower section displays more open spaces and sculptures to add visual interest. Come to think of it, it might not seem like it has changed much, but the design of the new tail lights adds sequential lighting to the turn signal. New tailgate seals are engineered to fit the lens. The rear bumper has been revised slightly to increase airflow. 2022 Nissan Armada inside. The interior has been significantly refreshed with a new digital screen. A new infotainment touchscreen complements the central control stack, flanked by a reconfigured HVAC button. The control knob is moved behind the gear lever to make room for some screen settings, which also integrate Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. A larger screen is installed between the instrument switches to display the driver's key vehicle information. Luxurious trims and coatings are also available that appear to be inspired by the supercar GTR. So what does all this mean for American drivers interested in the 2022 fleet? First, keep in mind that although they are nearly identical mechanically, they have a different appeal in the market as they are sold as a patrol. Desert residents love the rugged bodies because they deserve to breach the gentle dunes and explore the path traveled by the skyscrapers. As such, the style changes may not make their way to the North American 2022 fleet 3-row sedan. Vehicles usually have a slightly different appearance in other markets. However, we hope there will be an additional interior look. They will do many things to modernize the 2022 Nissan Armada and keep it renewed in a very competitive sector. Nissan recently announced that the 2022 Nissan Armada will carry the 2019 ID, with the exception of adding a heated exterior mirror and an optional 22-inch wheel. Given that refreshment will be a welcome change in the coming year, we may have to wait at least a few more months to see what's in store for Nissan's largest SUV. 2022 Nissan Armada engine. Style changes little or no profile. Power comes from a few engines, the same 5.6-liter V8 we got with the fleet. Here it produces 400 HP and 413 lb-ft of torque, and a 4.0-liter V6 with 275 HP and 290 lb-ft. It would be surprising if the V6 was added to our copy. Price and release date 2022 Nissan Armada. The authority contacted Nissan for comment, but the automaker declined to speculate on future products. The 2022 Nissan Armada will likely make its US debut at the Los Angeles Auto Show this fall. In terms of pricing, we cannot confirm this as there is no official news from Nissan. We hope the price shown is not very expensive compared to the previous year.